Hey, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video for you to see. For this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading, I'll be channeling with dearest Jehuti, who's supporting the coast highest good and the highest good. As Jehuti, no, if you look up Jehuti, you'll see that, and Jehuti is Thoth to a lot of people, but the Egyptian name is Jehuti. If you look at Jehuti, you'll see that he's an Egyptian god with a head of an ibis, or he has a head of a baboon. He's the god of the moon, of reckoning, of learning, of writing. He's the creator of language, and he's associated with wisdom and magic. As Jehuti myself, who are you, and how would you like for me to describe you? And the following came up. The number 7 and number 8 came up. I see number 7 as harmony, balance, union, romantic relationship, friendship, family, business partnership. I see it as harmony, balance. Yeah. I see it as marketing sometimes, and just attention, grabbing attention and all that stuff. Shiny things sometimes, and the way they dress and stuff. And then also the number 8, I see it as money. I see it as a cycle, sometimes like infinity if you put it on the side, and the occult, secrets, things being revealed, the subconscious, and sexuality. And also Pisces and Aquarius are here. And Jehuti said faith, hope, destiny, fortune, luck, miracles, wishes. They're in times of hopelessness and insecurity. Abundance of possibilities, strategy, trickery, illusion, believing, having faith, having confidence is important. So that's there's Jehuti for you, and I'll be channeling with him for this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading. If you hear an extra sound in this reading, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I'll handle if it gets too much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It's helpful. Let's begin this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading. Don't take it personal. That's my favorite song in that album. There are certain songs, even though he talks about LA and California, there are certain songs when I hear the sound and everything, something like in the air and the frequency of the song reminds me of when I was a little girl driving around with my dad, because he used to be, out there. We're driving around with my dad on a Brooklyn summer night, or when it's about to be a Brooklyn summer night, and it was a nice breeze, and you just kind of riding around Brooklyn back in like early 2000s. That's what it reminds me of all the time. That's what that song reminds me of. Something about like the way he rapping and the music. It reminds me, even though it is talking about California, Eastern California and all that stuff, it reminds me personally of, like, it gives me nostalgia. Something about the sound of Brooklyn nights with my dad, because I used to drive around with him a lot. Because he was into things. So he used to take me along. But yeah. Got 3 more and then we'll start. Oh yeah, and for this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading, we have 3 topics. I honestly I was lazy. I was lazy to type it out, so I'll do it later. I'm gonna start with the first one. Streets don't lay, better respect the code. Okay, so for this week's, for the first 2 topics, I'm gonna just do the cards, and the last topic, I'm gonna do the cards and then clarify with the charms. So for this week's Jupiter Day Cashapp reading, the first topic is all encompassing. The bottom of the deck, which is the summary of the card that came out, is the anointing transformation. Top of the deck, as you're watching this right now, is Angel of Rosalind. Behold the mystery. There could be something with people, and when it comes to all encompassing, there could be something with people and like, spiritual stuff, psychic stuff, cosmic stuff. It could be like skills and stuff like that. There could be some type of initiation, IWD, and I looked that up earlier today because it was coming up. Accolades, but it could be like spiritually, psychic, occultism and all that stuff. Yeah, some transformation, anointing, initiation, Four of Wands type of energy. Sometimes Four of Wands give me that. Like, it's like a I dub thee, an initiation, and accolades. It's like when you dub someone and you rank them and all that stuff. So yeah, the actual card, and it's something with water, psychic intuition, and spiritual stuff, all that other things. You know what I mean? So the card that actually came out is Renes Les Banes, replenish and recharge. Let's read it. For all encompassing, I feel like things like, I guess, is all encompassing, and now that everything is coming together or whatnot, there's just some type of initiation into what I was just saying. So we have here, Renes Les Banes, replenish and recharge. Wash away spiritual impurities. Feel the water carry away all negative attachments that cause ill health and undermine your emotional well-being. Make time to refresh and renew your energy fields. Renes Les Banes is a thermal spring in Provence that Mary Magdalene and Sarah would have known. It was also popular with the Romans. Water is a vehicle of spiritual essence and has a memory and consciousness. It has been used as a source of cleansing and purification for many thousands of years. Ancient cultures venerated springs and wells because the water bubbling up from the body of the earth goddess, carrying her messages and blessings within it. People who dressed the wells and springs with flowers, vegetables, and bright offerings on certain days of the year, celebrating the waters that sustained life. Water is also believed to be the vehicle from which all of life on earth originated. I also think the water, I know people are going to be like, oh my God, everybody says this, conspiracy, oh my God, for sure. Because I was watching my favorite reactors play on their gaming channel, play this game where she was underwater, and just certain things came up. I'm pretty sure space and water, underwater, is definitely the same thing, in some type of way. I don't know. I just want to bring that up. People who dress the wells and springs with flowers, vegetables, and bright offerings on certain days of the year, celebrating the waters that sustain life. Water is also believed to be the vehicle from which all of life on earth originated. Water is a sensitive medium with a consciousness that can understand and retain subtle vibrations and energies. It can take many different forms and be a powerful force that can break apart boulders when it freezes and has the power to move mountains. As your body is mostly water, it is sensitive to vibration. You can discern positive and negative energies through the water flowing in you. Before you drink, charge the water with positive thoughts and intentions. The molecular structure of your water will change, so it becomes a healing tonic. And what you gonna call it? Some of y'all could be going through some type of like ceremony or something or whatnot, but there's something with water as well. Maybe there's a ceremonial water thing. But yeah, there's something with that they're all encompassing. Also, the fact that I mentioned that and everything, there could be something about like it's all encompassing. There's something about like space and cosmos and water and how water retains memory, and then there's like this whole thing, people have not yet had the technology to go further into space. We have into space. We haven't had the technology or really gone deep enough into the water. There's similar discoveries or people saying that like they hear sounds, they hear a humming sound, they hear like a certain sound when they're in space. I looked it up. I was reading about it. They were saying there's like this unknown like constant like humming or vibration in space or whatever, even though space is what it is and in science and stuff. And when people go in deep, not people who just go like a little bit deep, they go those deep divers that go into the deep depth of the oceans where the pressure changes. You know how the sky, it has different the spheres or whatever, stratosphere and all that stuff. And if you go very deep underwater, there's different levels of the water and pressures of the water. that. People have been saying the same thing, that they've been hearing a whole bunch of like, it's like always like a mysterious sound, and they say it's whales, but they always say it's like a continuous frequency of humming. So I don't know. I wanted to bring that up because of they were saying the waters and it holds memory and something like that. So it could be related to that and somehow. And there could be something with forever and infinity and all that stuff and all encompassing. At the end of the day, even though there's multiple stuff, it all comes together and whatnot. That's that for the first topic. Let me write this down because do I have a pen? Do I have anything here? Just to make it easier, you're gonna do another one. Yeah, and I split it. It's time. And look, they're about to go into this, into the unknown, the depths. And look, the others. All right, second topic now that we're gonna be doing this for. Nice. Oh, yay. Okay, so bottom, for this week Jupiter Day card says Trumper reading. The second topic is made a good decision. Made a good decision. Hey there. And hey there. And bottom, there's something with purple, the purple hues and stuff like that. It might be the violet flame and all that stuff. I see 333 message. Bottom of the deck, for the cards that came out, because 2 of them came out. Bottom of the deck, the summary of the cards that came out is the fruit of divine abundance and growth. Top of the deck, you usually watching this right now, is awake in the dream, embrace new possibilities. And then the 2 cards that came out are, the first one is Salome, ecstatic dance. The second one is the mystique of Magdalene, deep reflection. When it comes to made a good decision, oh, and it could be about the full moon. You guys are tapped in. Stop questioning. You're tapped in. Look, our eyes are closed and everything like that. And I was gonna say red hues as well. There could be something about Kundalini, just like super clear and stable or secure from the root all the way up to the crown. People are super tapped in. If you're wondering if you made a good decision based on your intuition, based on like your spiritual gifts and all that stuff, yes, made a good decision. There's something about, some of y'all could be into like what you call it, you know, I guess like, yeah, obviously because it's here, like the dancing or whatnot, or like tuning into like dancing, and it's like, it's more than that. It's like, you know, you tune in with the cosmos, and your body kind of like moves with the frequency. And yeah, let's read this. The first one. So we have here Salome, ecstatic dance. Release your inner goddess through a dance of joy. Ecstatic dance is prayer in motion. Unity with the divine is achieved through conscious movement. Oops, my bad. Conscious movement. Yeah, conscious movement. In turn, this will create a sense of balance as you raise the vibration of your physical body to connect to your higher self and source. In Mary's time, Salome was a common name derived from Shalom, meaning peace. Salome, not to be confused with King Herod's daughter of the same name, traveled with Mary Magdalene and was her favorite companion. The Gnostic Gospels suggest that she was the youngest daughter of Yeshua. She is listed as Mary Salome, one of the 3 Marys landing at Saint Mary's de la Mer. Salome taught active meditation through sacred dance to her disciples. Yeah, I love how they're describing, because I sometimes I get flustered with the words of how they describe like stuff like that. In ritual, it was practiced by the holy bride and part of the wedding ritual. When the conscious mind is engaged in purposeful movement, the superconscious mind can override it, opening the door to experience union with the ultimate. It is believed that this knowledge was part of the women's mysteries taught in the caves of southern France. It is said that Salome took over Mary Magdalene's mystery school after her death and continued her teachings, persevering her vast legacy of instruction. Incorporate ritual movement into your daily routine and spiral out of the mundane into the stars. Feel the sense of great freedom and release as you let your spirit soar. So that's the first one. Then we have here the mystique of Mary Magdalene, deep reflection. Look deeply into the flame. So yeah, there could be something about the violet flame or whatever. People be talking about that a lot. But yeah, look deeply into the flame. Visualize the purification of fire burning through your deepest negative thoughts. There could be something heavy about purification coming up. And yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna skip ahead. We're just gonna go with the flow of Jihute and the energies. The ones you have kept and held. Okay, sorry. Visualize the purification of fire burning through your deepest negative thoughts. The ones you have kept and held for so long. Emerge from those ashes knowing you are free to move on in love. Isis, or Aset, the Egyptian name. Aset, the Egyptian mother goddess, is known as she of 10,000 names and 10,000 faces. Similarly, the Gnostics believe Mary Magdalene keeps reincarnating to assist humanity. In 2,000 years, her soul could have returned to Earth with 33 names and 33 faces. Her enigmatic, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, consonants and wisdom might be recognized but here in an unnamed face, her eyes are closed. She holds the candle of her infinite soul transcendent. She is part of you as sister, mother, and daughter. Mary's teachings declare that there is no knowledge, understanding, or wisdom without love. Power without love is evil and will give birth to evil. Where there is love, power will be exercised with wisdom. Priestess, beloved bride, and Yeshua's eternal muse, Mary, embodies the Shekinah, Sophaic, I think I'm saying it right, principles of the goddess of love in equal partnership with her God. Meditate on Mary Magdalene and connect to her transcendent field of love. She is there to help you. Many groups around the world evoke her presence as she is the archetype of the modern woman. Men are also involved as they can feel their role in the sacred marriage and are empowered. Absolutely. So that's for made a good decision. It's just what I said in the beginning. It's eternal. It's the whole thing from the root to the crown. It's tapped in, connected and all that stuff. Yeah. And then the fact that top of the deck said embrace new possibilities. Maybe there's something about a new possibility that has to do with like a decision. But that's that for the second topic for this week's Jupiter Day card says Trump reading the topic made a good decision. Yeah. Know that you made a good decision. If this have already happened and you're wondering, you made a good decision. Know that you're tapped in, you're connected, super connected. And if this is something coming up, be very trusting. It's natural. You're a natural, baby. Like, know that the decision you make, trust yourself. And whatever else you got from that. So that's that. Let's go to the third and last one. And we're going to do charms with that to like clarify it. Streets don't love you, gotta respect the code. When I walk in, when I walk in, walk, 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 walk. Oops, that's why I be covering that, and I didn't cover it today. It wasn't gonna be that much cards. I gotta check under my card, under my seat after this and see if any cards like happen to slip it under there. I just don't know about it. All right, third and last one. Sorry if you hear the breeze and stuff. You are the breeze and yeah. So you can visit my website, my link tree for a reading. And also I will be doing, whenever I go live and I do $7 readings, you can also get a reading when I do the lives. I don't do free readings. All right, so for this week's Jupiter Day card says Champa reading, the third and last. Oh, hold on. Actually, whoop. Okay, yeah, so for this week's Jupiter Day card says Champa reading, the third and last topic is end of toxicity and trickster energy. The bottom of the deck, which is a summary of the card that came out, is Cosmic Magdalene. Remember who you are. Yeah, we going up. Top of the deck, you're watching this right now. I am the Grail. Hold on to your power. What did I say yesterday? Yesterday there was what you call it, hold on to, it was what, you are abundance. So you are the Grail. Hold on to your power. And then the card that actually came out is Rosa Gallica. Sensuality and secrets. And I'll read this, and then I'm gonna do the charms afterwards. So end of toxicity, trickster energy. Rosa Gallica, sensuality and secrets. Look beyond the beauty to see what lies beneath. Once found, it is best to be silent about it. This knowledge could lead to a great healing for your body, mind, and spirit. In France, Mary Magdalene is known as the patron saint of perfumers and apothecaries. She would have known the Rosa Gallica, the apothecary rose. It was used in healing ointments and evocative perfumes. Rosa is an anagram for Eros, the god of love. It became one of his symbols, and not just because of its scent. In ancient Greek mythology, the rose was associated with secrecy because Eros gave a rose to the god of silence, Harpocrates. Not Hippocrates, Harpocrates, Harp. So that he would not reveal Aphrodite's secrets. When entering a room, a rose on the ceiling means that nothing you hear or observe can be revealed or disclosed. This is called sub rosa, or under the rose. The whereabouts of Magdalene and her family were also sub rosa, secret. I love this. Cause this is protection. Who don't need to know, they ain't gonna know. The Rosicrucians and other esoteric groups still use the symbol in their meetings if the content should not be shared with anyone else. As an oracle card reader, you may adopt the sub rosa symbol to assure your clients that the reading will be kept in strict confidence. Be a trusted holder of knowledge. This is why, at times, I have constantly said, when I notice something, I could tell when I'm not supposed to say something and I'm supposed to speak in code to the person who's listening to me. So that's why, and people are like, oh my God, gatekeeper. Yo, for everything, there's a hair and there's a hair. And there's like the in-between. Gatekeeping is not all bad. I'm telling you, it's not all bad. Certain things, people don't need to know. You know what I mean? So there's something with that. And it's reminding me, the fact that the topic is end of toxicity, trickster energy, is reminding me of one of the reasons I was saying, like, I was getting this energy where it was like people trying to stop healers and trying to stop love, and it's like, why are you doing that? And it's like, okay, if you're doing that, it's gonna be done to you. That you're gonna be stopped. If you're trying to stop love and goodness and healing, you're gonna be stopped. So it's something with that energy, and that reading or whatever. We have here no. Like literally no. Yo, this energy is strong. Like it's literally, I feel like there really is a cutoff of like an era. There's a cutoff of an era for sure. Like especially one of the cards, I don't remember which one, it might have been this one, where it was mentioning like Mary Magdalene, she represents the modern woman and all that stuff. There's something about a close of an era, like end of it. We have here Mars. It rules Scorpio and Aries. Something with sexuality and initiation, drive. Maybe even like virility. I think that's what the word is, virility. It could be something about hastiness as well. Or if somehow those zodiac signs relate to you, or it's something about your Mars placement, then yeah, something with that. And then we have the tree thingy here with the hearts. It reminded me of what I was saying just now. Yeah, it's with the hearts and stuff like that. Something that was like sprouted and grown on love, and now the hearts are on the branches or whatnot. Because everything needs to be of love. This is Uruz, U-R-U-Z. So we have Uruz, U-R-U-Z, and it means teamwork, loyalty, trust. No, I lied. Uruz, it means a wild ox, physical strength, speed, and untamed potential. So there's something about like, maybe it could be some type of hastiness, or like what should we call it, taking action, initiation. If the potential is not into the good stuff, just to be very broad about it, if the growth is not in the good stuff, it will be deaded. It's a hard no. Stop you in your tracks. Anything else that's of love and goodness and all that stuff, it's a go. You will go far really quick. And there's something subtle about, there's a certain word and stuff for it. It's like protection. And maybe there's something about being veiled through your connection with God, God's love. That's that for this week's. And randomly, I don't know if anybody knows about that. You know those like vines or those invasive species that randomly come up and they like go up the tree or whatever, and they're supposed to be an invasive species, and sometimes they kill the tree if like the park rangers and stuff don't cut it. Think of that, but in the opposite. Like there's like a poisonous tree, and this vine of love and goodness comes up it and surrounds it, kind of like a snake too, and basically suffocates it or whatnot. The vine of love and goodness goes up the tree of I don't know, wickedness, of like BS, and smothers it. It surrounds it and it smothers it. So that's that for this week's Jupiter Day card / Champa reading, the third and last topic. End of Toxicity, Trickster energy. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree, or you can email me to set up a date and time. They will be in the description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated. It's helpful. And bam. And hey there, Universal. You have a great one.